Kitty, no. Hello everyone. I thought I would just show you some of my CDVs of brides, weddings, and debutantes today in my collection. So I'm going to show you, we're going to look at each one together. And yes, Kitty. Here's my little kitty, Oliver, but he's not allowed to be on the table. So he's causing a lot of mischief. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm going to show you each one of them, and then, we can just have fun looking at them. And what I'm going to do is just use a dry shampoo bottle to place it here so that when I place the picture on it, you can see it clear when I put it up. Just like this. Okay, this is the first image. We have a beautiful bride here. It's from Paris, I think. It's from the Rue de Choiseul or something. It has nothing on the back. This one is probably from the late 1860s, maybe 1870, because it looks like her dress is more fuller than having a bustle. So it could just be at the beginning of the first bustle era. But you can see that she has a table beside her, and it looks like it's filled with jewels or something beside her. And she's also holding a prayer book in her hand, which is what they usually posed with for wedding pictures. It's also depicted in fashion plates that the brides, usually, not all the time, are holding a prayer book. So she has a really nice hairstyle and nice big pearl earrings, I think. Nice long dangly earrings. And yeah, at least we can see some of the dress in this picture. Some bride pictures, sometimes the dress is too white. It's been like whited out because of the light in the studio. So yeah, this could be 1868 or 1869 or 1870. One of those. Yeah, so this is a really nice picture that I have. Okay, on to the next one. So here's the next photo by white photographer, I'm guessing. It was taken in Gaslow. And here she is. Her dress is kind of whited out in the middle, so we can't really see it, but at least we can see the top of the dress and her hairstyle. And let me see if there's anything on the back. Photographer at 98 West George Street, Gaslow. Yeah, it's by white with the crown. So here she is posed with a chair. She's got a nice flower on the front of her bodice. And she has a nice veil and flowers in her hair. And she has some nice big earrings as well. Okay, let's move on to the next photo. Here we have another photo of a bride in the 1870s. It's by Elliot and Fry in London. Let's see if there's anything on the back. Yes, Elliot and Fry, London, with the number of the photo for their catalog. And this one's a little bit closer up, so at least we can see the top of the dress and her hair. So we can see the style of veil and headdress that they had back in the 1870s. Just like the previous lady, who looks very similar. It's like in her hair, right? And then the veil gets stuck in the back of the hair. So yeah, this is a very pretty photo. Let's go into the next one. Here we have a photo of a lady with a nice veil and hairstyle. This is, I don't know, she's sitting down, so her dress looks kind of spread out. but it's probably around 1870 or so. And she's got some nice big, like circular earrings, like probably not a big pearl, but a big something. And I'm not sure if there's a brooch or something there, or maybe like a metal piece at the front of her dress. It looks like it might be a cameo, but you can't really see. But really nice hairstyle, and I love the sleeves of the dress. It was really cute. And I'm not sure if it's Victorian Photoshop or not, but it looks like they've dug into her waist right there. It's kind of dark. It looks like they might have darkened it there to make the waist look smaller. That's possible because it kind of doesn't look real looking at it with my eyes. And on the back, we've got John Gibson from Belfast. And look, it has her name. Edith Gibson. Can you see that? Edith Gibson. So maybe she's related to the Gibsons that took this photo. I'm trying to focus it. John Gibson. Yeah. So maybe she's related to them. Interesting. Anyways, I really love this photo. It's a really nice depiction of a bride. On to the next one. So here, I have a picture of a bride and groom ready on their wedding day. It's probably taken after their wedding, of course. And look, she has a huge tussie mussy in her hand. That's a big thing of flowers. And her hair's all up and pretty. And she's got like a ruffled collar line, which is nice. The dress seems more simple. And then down here, it has more ruffles down below. So let's look at the back, see if there's anything on there. Okay. It's from Baldy and Werthel in Salzburg. And there's their logo in the corner. So this was taken in Austria. It's a very pretty photo. And over in like Germany and Austria, their tussie mussies are usually really big ones instead of smaller ones. That's what I've noticed, at least. So yeah, this is a cute couple. And we'll move on to the next one. Here's another one of what I'm assuming is a Victorian couple. He looks young enough not to be your father. Yeah. So it's a bride and groom. And this one was taken in Budapest, Hungary. And since it's like Eastern Europe, like the tussie mussy is huge. And look how ornate it is with the pattern from the middle to the lace on the outside. That's how they were made back then, with different patterns and stuff like that. And sometimes they had different meanings. So she has a beautiful headdress on her head. And the sad part about this photo is that you can't really see the dress. It's kind of whited out. As I've mentioned, it's hard to get good wedding photos where the dress isn't all whited out. So it would have been nice if we could see the dress in this one. But I can't even see her arm or anything. But at least we can see the tussie mussy. So that's what makes it a good photo. And you can see their faces. Yeah, I really like this one because of it showcasing this huge tussie mussy with the lace around it. And let's turn it over and look at the back. I'm pretty sure it's Budapest. It says Budapestin. Is that what they call it in Hungary? Like, I'm not sure. But it says Cosmata Fergens is the photographer, maybe? It just has a lot of like coins around it looking things. So yeah, and the coat of arms at the top. So yeah, that's the back of this photo. Okay, and we'll go on to the next one. So here I have a picture of a wedding party. It looks like this man up here could be the father of the bride. There's the groom. And here are all her bridesmaids, and they all have tussy mussies just like the bride. And then the bride's wearing a veil, obviously. But look at their beautiful headdresses, hats, sorry, their bonnets. I just love the look of them. They're so cute. It's nice that the bridesmaids got to be almost as dressed up as the bride. Usually the bridesmaids wore white at weddings back then. And we see the groom is wearing a nice flower on his lapel there. And I just love, like, this, you can even see the backdrop in this photo, how this, you can tell that this is in a studio setup. So you can see the wall here that is in the studio, but I wonder if they cropped it or something. But again, this photo was made with the background showing, so maybe it's just the only one they had that's showing all the bridesmaids. So, and we can just see the bride's face. Like, thank goodness the veil didn't like completely white her out. So this picture was taken by Robert Hellis, and let's see if there's anything on the back. 13 Silver Street, Notting Hill, London. Copies to be had. I love photos like this because then it's almost like we get to see a little bit of what the wedding was like. Like, there's no pictures normally taken inside like at the wedding ceremony or anything, or at the reception. If there's a reception, which sometimes there is, it just is great to see what the whole wedding party would look like. Some people are smiling, like this lady is smiling. This lady is smiling. These two are kind of not, but yeah, and the poor father must have moved his face last second because he's kind of blurred out, but the groom stayed still, and so did the bride. So yeah, this is a really interesting photo showing like the studio background and everything. So that's what makes it interesting. Okay, I'll go on to the next photo. Now this is what I think this is, and I could be wrong. I'm thinking that this is a debutante, like a girl coming out into society, because I have two photos of her. I was able to buy two photos, and it's of her in the same dress, but it looks like her hair was a little bit messed up in this picture. I don't know if you can see at the top. It was a little bit messed up, and then it's like they fixed it in this photo. So it seems like it's in the same photo session. So anyways, beautiful dress. I don't know if it was white or not. That's why I think like it looks like she's a bride, but it kind of looks like, I don't know, it could be like being presented to the queen or something like that. I just don't feel like this is a bride photo, and I'll tell you why in a second. But yeah, we've got some nice vines of flowers around the front, and then the bottom ruffle is really cute around the bottom of the dress, and then like the whole train and everything. And she's like smiling in this photo, which is nice. She's got a smile on, and she's holding her fan in her hand. So I have two of these photos. So there's this one where they have the chair over here, and then there's this one where she's not holding her fan, and there's like a table over here. So, oh, she is still holding her fan. Her fan is still down here. So it's just another angle of the photo that they took. And look at this. The reason why I think that she's a debutante being presented to Queen Victoria, which I could be wrong, but you know, is because I also bought these two photos with this photo of an older lady that looks similar to her, like it's probably her mother, and she's also dressed up like she's in a court. Like, why is she wearing a veil, right? I don't know. I'd have to watch Ellie Dashwood's video on Victorian debutantes. She has a video on her YouTube channel, and I wonder if she says about the dress and style that they had to wear. They probably had to wear a headdress in white and stuff like that. I'll have to watch that video again because I haven't watched it in a while. But yeah, you can see it's the same setup, as this picture. It's the two chairs, and it's the same two chairs. So it looks like her mother was dressed up, so she got a picture of herself dressed up, and then she got a picture of her daughter. So that's what it seems like. It looks like the mother would take her daughter to be presented to Queen Victoria. I'm just not sure, but that has to be the logical explanation. But if you think you have another explanation as why they're so dressed up, let me know in the comments what you think. The backs of these photos are taken by the same photographer, so you know they're together. It's but from the London Stereoscopic and Photographic Company on Regent Street in London. So it's the photographers to Her Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, to His Royal Highness, sorry, the Prince of Wales, and to His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. So yeah, they all have the same backings. And so yeah, it's a mystery, but that's what I think is going on in these photos. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me going through my brides and grooms, and a debutante and her mother. I want to post more videos like this showing my collection. So if you're interested, please subscribe. And I hope that this is a part 1, and I hope I'll be able to do a part 2 on wedding CDVs if I can get more. Stay tuned for more. And what I like about doing this is it's like you're right along with me, and we're looking through CDVs, just like the Victorian women were doing back in the 1870s or so. It's nice to be able to go through some parts of history, you know, like a lot of these CDVs that I get, they're not on Pinterest, you know, and they're not really seen by anyone unless I post them on Instagram or something. So you get to see new Victorian faces when you look along with me at my CDVs. So, and maybe this will encourage you to start your own CDV collection, because it's a lot of fun collecting Victorian photographs, let me tell you. And it's just nice to see all the beautiful fashion and what everyday people wore back then. And they're seeing their life moments, like their wedding, the day they're getting married, and maybe the day that they're being presented to court and things like that. So yeah, anyways, let me know if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.